When AI tool is coming first, that's wrong. That's really wrong. And the reason for that is because people will never use tools just because the tools are great. The tool need to empower a positive change in a workflow that your employees appreciate. So in the artificial intelligence transformation, the question is how the workflow should look when AI is coming to support it. Here is the three things inside that statement that we got to consider. First, we got to see a difference between a process and a workflow. Workflow is how the work is flowing to deliver a value. It focuses on the value delivery, while process focuses on steps, actors, and systems. So if we start working on workflows, we'll see where the value is leaking and why it's leaking. For instance, if you are hiring people for outsourcing job and the margin is 10%, you can keep that margin on your side and perform artificial intelligence in the process. The 10% will be yours. AI will take over part of the process, and then you can limit your outsourcing expenses. But that can only be done if the new AI powered process will deliver at least the same amount of value as the process with classical outsourcing engaged. So the real value is to calculate how the workflow will change in delivering value. The process, step by step, it's also useful, but only to some extent because you are not able to calculate the value that it delivers. You mostly focus on saving time, rework, and things like that. That's probably not connected to the value a lot. And AI tool, when we come with this angle, we completely miss the point because we're bringing a tool and we hope or envision or believe that by giving people a tool, the delivery of value will somehow change. In fact, it can stay at the same level or even be minimized or shrinked because if people are going to do a rework, for instance, by copying pasting to AI, that value will then have more negative impact than the process where AI is actually influencing the workflow. So the statement I want to make here for executives is before you start deploying licenses and tools, make sure that first you recognize the workflow, second, you focus on the workflow, meaning value, and third, you prepare the workflow for AI coming to support your organization.